Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today I'm going to show you a video of some baseball cards I picked up at a garage sale. I saw an ad on the Facebook marketplace for a garage sale that was advertising some baseball, basketball, football cards. So I went out there and checked it out, and this is what I found. In addition to some other things, I didn't grab everything. Anytime you can get yourself a big 3200 count box, kind of chewed up over there on the side, it was only $5, and so I figured, hey man, instead of buying a fat pack of cards at Walmart for $5 or Target for $5, I thought I would hop into this. Obviously, whenever you see this right here, you know it's some junk wax Donruss, and I could tell that this is some old-timey cards. I say old-timey, I say like 1980s or 90s, so I knew I wasn't like going to hit the jackpot with anything too crazy, but for $5, what can you really expect? I also picked up some football cards. I may show those in a different video right in here. I just kind of stuck these in the box. They weren't in the box to begin with. Found this team set for $1. I was hoping this would have other players in there. I didn't know it was the Boston Red Sox team set from 2010, I believe, 2010 Topps. But then when I opened it up, I saw it was all Red Sox, which was kind of disappointing. But what can you expect for $1? So anyway, I already went through all these cards. I want to show you just some of the highlights. There's obviously not going to be anything too crazy in here, but for $5, I did get some that I thought were pretty neat, and I'll go pretty quickly. I've got them in alphabetical order here. There was this whole row right here was all 1990 Topps, and so I did get some pretty decent cards. Some of them are in good shape, some of them are kind of beat up. Got some Hall of Famers here that I kind of pulled out. Robbie Alomar, that one's obviously kind of beat up pretty bad. The 1989 Robbie Alomar. And so the person who ever had these, got some Harold Baines is here, traded for Sammy Sosa, right? The person who had these kind of knew what they had because there weren't any Frank Thomas cards in here. There weren't any of the Griffey Gold Cup cards, which I was kind of excited when I saw 1990 Topps. Here's some O.P.G. cards from Albert Bell. And these are just guys that I used to have in my binders back in the day. In fact, I still have them in my binder. Got some Craig Biggio's. And most of them were late 90s. I'll kind of fly through these here. Wade Boggs. Got some Barry Bonds cards, which were pretty cool. We got the franchise from Score here. Young Barry Bonds in 1990 Fleer. The Juan Uribe was not in the 1990 Fleer. There was a Duracell card. There was a whole row of 1990, or not a whole row, but a whole chunk of 1990 Fleer, but I did not get the Juan Uribe card. I always like these on-deck cards from 1993. Upper Deck, I believe this is Series 2. Just good photography, good pictures. I liked reading the information on the back whenever I was a kid in junior high, whenever I found these. Some of these Jose Canseco cards. I'm not the biggest Canseco man, but there were quite a few. Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter. These cards were always kind of a common card back in the day. Here you got the 1990 and the 1990 Topps Traded. See how the Topps Traded has a little bit different color background compared to the original. 1990 Topps Traded is not a very good set, so finding that in here was whatever. There's an Eric Chavez, random Eric Chavez card in there. Got a lot of Roger Clemens, the K-Man. There's the gold signature Future Heroes from 1993 Series 2, but it's kind of dinged up. Hit some Johnny Damon, some Andre Dawson, Hall of Famer. Andre Dawson. Both those guys are good TTM guys. If you want to send them, like I could send this card through the mail, and I bet $5 each. I could get both those to sign this card, which would be pretty neat, but that's kind of one of the most hated sets of all time, that 1990 Fleer. The yellow is just kind of nasty. The Big Cat, Andres Galarraga. Got some Tom Glavine cards in there. There are actually a ton of Juan Gonzalez cards, which is kind of cool for me because I used to love Juan Gonzalez as a kid, and he was my favorite player in junior high. This one I've never seen before. Pinnacle Aura. A couple of these rated rookies. Now, there is an error of this where it's like a reverse negative where he appears to be batting left-handed. But unfortunately, I did not get any of those. But Juan Gonzalez is also a pretty good through-the-mail guy. You have to send it to Puerto Rico. But I've never tried to send one card to him, but I might. There's a really neat one, the On Deck with Juan Gonzalez. Got his rookie from 1990 Upper Deck. Then there are a few Griffies. Not anything crazy. I don't think I have this classic 1992 Classic Griffey, which is pretty neat for me. And then there was this little collector book. I had forgotten all about these things. You could open it up and it has stats, it has the story, personal highlights, just kind of a little profile there. Got a little quote on the back, and then a little cartoon or someone's drawing of him. I thought that was pretty neat. That was the only one of those little books that was in this whole thing. And then some other pretty neat Griffies. I never really had many of these franchise cards. Here's one, Postseason Glory from 1996 Fleer. 5 homers in 5 games. That was a cool one. I didn't have that. Looks like a little insert card. Some other Griffies that were kind of dinged up a little bit. I'll go a little bit quicker here, otherwise it's going to take a while. There were a few more modern cards, like this I believe is 2014. Halladay, Matsuzaka, and Cliff Lee. Oh, sorry, it's 2009. And so I was hoping I could maybe find some more of those, but unfortunately that was not the case. Got some Ryan Howard and Ichiro from this set. I'm not exactly sure what this set is. Maybe some of y'all could help me out with that. Got some of these Bo Jackson. I kind of like Bo Jackson, so I pulled his cards out of here. A few Reggie Jackson of this little career retrospective thing. I'd forgotten he played for the Orioles at all. There were some good Randy Johnson cards in here. No Hit Club with a little bit of a stain on it. Barry Larkin. Kenny Lofton on a Pirates uniform. Kenny Lofton was so good. Very underrated. Played for so many teams, though. He bounced around. And that may have kind of contributed to me forgetting about him playing at all with the Pirates. Here was a pretty neat one. This Upper Deck Ionics, Mark McGwire, Hyper. Hopefully you guys had a chance to watch the documentary last night, the 30 for 30 Long Gone Summer on him and Sammy Sosa's 1998 season. I thought it was pretty good. I hopefully everyone had a chance to watch it because it was pretty neat. Other Hall of Famers, Paul Molitor, Eddie Murray, 1987. There's a Mussina from Sports Illustrated for Kids. A few Big Poppy cards in here. Rafael Palmeiro. There's a Piazza, 2002 Piazza from opening day, it appears. Here's a Pujols again from this set. Like I said, if you guys know what this set is, I'm not exactly sure. I haven't really looked it up yet. On the back, it says it's from 2007. You can see it down here. There you go, 2007 FF25. Not exactly 100% confident I know what this is from, but that's a pretty neat Pujols, I thought. Some Tim Raines, Hall of Famer. Rock Range was his nickname. So some of his cards had that. A few Cal Ripkens. A lot of this junk wax stuff. There's a Mariano Rivera. Pudge. You see there's another Pudge from that same set. There's a 1987 Pete Rose. A few Ryan Sandbergs. The O-Pee-Chee. The first year of O-Pee-Chee cards. And we're almost done here. I'll kind of wrap it up here. As we come through the end of the alphabet, this was in a penny sleeve, a Curt Schilling card. There were quite a few Gary Sheffields. Got the Gold Cup, Gary Sheffield right here. We got some Florida Marlin, Gary Sheffield. A few Milwaukee Brewers. Sorry about that. Ozzie Smith. Got this little run of Smoltzy. A few Sammy Sosas. These were the only ones. And then in 2004, Donner's Team Heroes. And we'll wrap it up here with some Jim Thome, Hall of Famer Alan Trammell. A lot of these 1990 Alan Trammels. A young Larry Walker wearing number 55 here in a Rawlings Expos uniform. David Wells. Somehow David Wells is in my binder of cards. I don't know why. Maybe I stuck him in there after he threw that perfect game. I need to take him out of my binder because I don't really think he's probably quite the caliber of player who needs to be in there. Hall of Famer Robin Yount definitely is, though. Got a few of his. The Brew Crew. Look at that. Yount, Molitor. Is that Pat Listash in the middle? It is Pat Listash in the middle. Can't believe I pulled that name out of nowhere. And then look at this, guys. There were some random 2019 cards in there. I got this Topps Gallery. This is the Topps Gallery preview, National Baseball Card Day preview. I believe this came out of Bowman Platinum last year. A few of their blaster boxes had these special like preview cards of Topps Gallery for National Baseball Card Day. And look, I had the Acuna and the Griffey. I mean, that's a couple dollars, I think, right there. And then also a Cal Ripken and a Clayton Kershaw. Those are pretty neat. And they're numbered differently. You can see it's GP and then has their initials. It's not the regular Topps or Bowman Platinum numbers or Topps Gallery. And then there were a couple of these cards just of last year's Bowman Platinum, which somehow were randomly in here. And it ended up looking like I got a pretty good deal. Because look, I got the McNeil Renowned Rookies. I got a Luis Robert. Prismatic Prodigies. David Price. A couple of his cards. Salvador Perez. Got a Juan Soto. A Bo Bichette. Doesn't have the rookie card insignia, but Bo Bichette. Another Luis Robert. I don't think I even had that Luis Robert. Noel V. Marte, Davey Garcia, Justice Sheffield, Bryce Terang. I guess these minor league guys. This is before they've been called up. They don't really have the rookie card designation on there. Matt Mercer is another prospect. Eli Morgan from Gonzaga, Tommy Romero, Josiah Gray. one of the higher ranked pitching prospects in the Dodgers organization. Mazara, who's now with the White Sox. Chance Adams, who's now with Kansas City. And then Brian Anderson, who was very good last year for the Marlins. So I thought just alone in these more, 2019 cards, I probably got my $5 worth just out of this. But then it was fun just to rip through, 4 rows of 800 cards each year and have a chance to open up some of that stuff too. So there it is, guys. That was my $5 purchase at the flea market. Maybe in another video I'll show you some of these football cards I got, because I did buy a little packet of football cards for $2 that ended up having some pretty cool cards in there, and even though I don't collect football cards as much, it was pretty fun to go back through those for a couple bucks. So anyway, thank you so much for watching my video, guys. I will try to catch you guys in the next one. See ya.